So you guys probably just seen the drone footage that I took. Saw Tyler and Gizmo and everything. But what you didn't see is when I was landing it, I tried to catch it out of the air, you know. And you can see it kind of caught me, you know. Not feel good, but it happens. Not exactly the kind that I wanted. Found another bone, but still not the bone that I want.
A few inches later.
Really had to work for this one. He's Chalk City, but I'm happy with it at this point. Cool.
So I've been walking for supposedly 2.88 miles, but it feels like a lot longer. Finally found this guy right here. Pretty old, but at this point, like Tyler said, pretty happy about it.
It's like, what did I sign up for? It's pretty far down. Doing good, boy. Good boy. Bummed out I haven't seen a single shed from up here. Let's see if we can. Oh yeah, we're skipping rungs now. You can do it, come on. Good thing there's not a train coming, Bubba. You'd be in trouble.
You fixed it, kinda, sorta.
It's the white wire.
These are the two sheds that we got. This one Tyler got. And you see it's pretty old and cracked out. And this one I got, also pretty old, pretty chewed on, but at least we got something.
Hey, what's up? Come on in. We're gonna go back in time and show you some of basically my antler collection, from deadheads to deer I've shot to antlers I've collected. Start off with, we'll just go around. This isn't in order by any means. That's a buck I shot a couple years back. Double heart shot him.
Double heart shot.
True story. True story.
You double heart shot.
I double heart shot him. You laugh, but I shot him in the heart, and he stayed in like the same spot, like just stood there. So I loaded another one. I aimed in the same spot, and I shot him again. When I skinned him, there was two bullet holes right beside each other, and they both hit his heart. This is my antelope from this year. pretty nice guy. He's a pretty tight, cool little buck. That's a mule buck from when I was a kid. Me and my buddy Nathan,
Who you've seen on the video.
hunted it together. That's one of my first whitetails. That's a whoopsie deer. If you never had one, you're not hunting. That's a deadhead. That's one of my first one-shot kills with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Dropped him. This is one of my favorite hunts with my dad. This is another one of a good hunt with my dad. Came back from Phoenix, just sighted in my rifle and drove across the road, and he was laying out there and jumped up and gave me a shot. This is my buck from this year. His name's Willie. This is all my antlers from well, not all of my antlers, but all of my bone pile from last year. This one I'm not going to dig out, but it's a complete elk. How do I say it? It's a complete chalk elk shed that we found around here. My buddy / roommate that lives here in the summer actually found the elk shed. There's quite a few browns and quite a few chalks in this pile. Some a lot nicer than others. Some really nice ones. I'd probably have to dig for them. Some of Gizmo's chew toys that I've taken away from him. Lots of chalks, like this one. I kept this chalk here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like the size of my palm. Not gonna go through all of them because it's a pain. But that's the main bone pile right there that I've collected. And the antlers on the walls, those are mostly all the ones that I've shot. This is my little office area. We even have one rack in the bathroom. That way when you're taking a piss, you can look at a rack. Here we've got my biggest mule deer to date. He's actually one of the first few bucks I've put a tag on. And shot him with an old 30-06 Savage. Hated the rifle. It was one of the last years I used it. Haven't one-upped him since then. This one I shot, what is he, my second buck? Second or third buck. I shot him in a blizzard all rutted up. I called the landowner and got permission that day, and was with my dad, and we kind of made a game plan of where the deer was at and how we were going to get him. I started stalking it, and actually another group of people were stalking it too. And he was rutted up and marched pretty much right in front of me, and I ended it right there. This is my whitetail from 2 years ago. He pretty much ran across the road in front of me on the last day of hunting season, and he looked really good on the hoof. So I put him down. Here's a muley shed I've got. I actually found this one on some state land, frozen to a rock. The little set that I have, set that I found last year, perfect little match. All the antlers you've seen so far are ones that I have found, but this set was actually given to me. Kind of a cool little set. Somebody else is just going to throw it in a rock pile. Here's one of my best. Just a real nice heavy 5-point with a little cheater on the brow. This, believe it or not, is actually one of my very first sheds I have ever found. If you can wonder why I'm addicted to shed hunting.
Probably the coolest one.
Just go ahead and take a look at this one. The day I found him, it was pretty early in the season, probably, what's it, March now, February or March. There's still snow on the ground. I just went to a spot where I know some deer, like, bed and stuff. Like, I know a lot of the deer hung out in that area that winter anyway. And so I started looking around, wasn't finding much. I think I found like a really small base, like not much else, and pretty much gave up. And I think I was even in my pickup, and I wasn't. I was walking. Yeah, I spotted him and from like 600 yards away, and I couldn't believe it. I was hooked ever since. Match that I got last year, broken tine, little cheater there. He's got that same almost like twist in the G2. He's got some little nipples on the base. Pretty cool, pretty unique characterized buck. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. This is my raghorn, and to a lot of people out there, it might not seem like much of anything, but where I live, they're like non-existent. Like elk don't come here. There's areas around us. Canada is only like 20 miles north of us, and the Fort Peck Reservation's not very far away from us, and there's elk there. But in our general area, it's very flat and prairie-like, so there's no elk. But once in a lifetime chance, I spotted a couple elk during bow season. Never got an opportunity on them with my bow, so I waited until rifle season. One day I was at work, and a good friend of mine, Nathan, as you've seen in many videos, called me up and said that he's seen 2 of them, and he only had a tag for 1. So I immediately left work and went out with him, and they were unfortunately bedded on some land that we couldn't hunt on, and we waited, did a little bit of cow calling, and they came right to us and we did the job. Here's another whitetail I shot with my dad a few years back. It was one of the first European mounts I ever did, so I burnt those antlers a little bit with a campfire. Don't let your antlers get too hot when you European mount them. So he kind of shrunk up from that. Bone loses all its moisture and whatnot, and it's still a nice deer. He's got some mass to his main beam. Not like a lot of deer, but at the time it was pretty awesome. He's got 5 points just on his main beam on the one side, so he's a 6x5. But yeah, that's pretty much my coolest wall in the house there, and that's all the sheds. Oh, well, want to show them your mounts? Sure.
Least impressive here on the right side. It's my first deer ever, mule deer. Actually, kind of cool story. Me and my friend went out hunting. We saw 2 deer fighting each other. One of them was this one. One of them was the one he shot. We got them both that day. Pretty cool story. This is the deer I got this year. Whitetail deer. My first whitetail deer. Got it with Tyler. Put a pretty nice stock on it, got pretty close to it, and then put her down. And then this is my biggest deer, probably my favorite deer currently, but hopefully that changes. Biggest mule deer I ever shot, and yeah, that's all of them.
Okay, and this is the sheds we found for 2021 so far. This is all of them. You can see the 2 me and Dylan found today. Me and Dylan found these today. I found this one, he found that one. I think that's one of his first sheds ever, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's my second shed ever.
Dylan's second shed ever. Mark that on the book. So for the year, should we do a quick count? We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Count that as 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. I counted all those, didn't I?
I have not.
We got around 35 sheds so far this year, and it's only March 6th. We are still seeing tons of deer with antlers still on their heads. Back back to our video, kinda. These are some of my old muley sheds that I have stacked on this light as much as I thought it could hold. Started kind of stretching out the links a little bit, and I don't know, it's takes the gram on this out of the light just a little bit. And this is what we got so far, and we're just getting started, trying to get all of them on video for you guys. And if you like what we're doing and the videos we're making, and if you don't, maybe drop us a like, tell us what we could do different. Drop a comment is what I meant to say.